Nettie Maria Stevens was a biologist who specialized in morphology and taxonomy and later cytogenesis. She is most known for her research which showed that biological sex was determined by particular arrangements of chromosomes. Nettie was born July 7, 1861 in Cavendish, Vermont, and moved to Massachusetts after her mother's death and her father remarried. In the 19th century, education for women was not common, but she was able to attend Westwood Academy, which was open to all genders and nationalities. She became a teacher after she graduated and hoped she would be able to save enough money to attend university. She was finally able to attend Stanford in 1896 at the age of 35, where she completed her bachelor's degree in physiology. She also earned her master's degree at Stanford. She moved to Bryn Mawr College, where she began working on her doctorate in cytology. She was awarded a President's European Scholarship, which sent her to the Zoological Station in Italy and the University of Würzburg in Germany, where she worked with researchers interested in chromosomes and heredity. She returned to Bryn Mawr as an associate for experimental morphology from 1905 till her death in 1912 due to breast cancer. Stevens' early career was focused on morphology, specifically the microscopic anatomy of organisms and cells. Morphology is a branch of biology which studies the structures of animals and plants and how they work with each other. This branch of biology is important to understand the basis of taxonomy, heredity, development, and so many other branches of biology we know of today. She later shifted to cytogenetics, a branch of cytology which is the study of chromosomes and how they relate to cell behavior, especially in cell division, as well as finding changes in the structure of chromosomes. Information on how chromosomes work has helped us today to be able to diagnose genetic disorders, plan treatments, and find out if that certain treatment is working. During the summers between her bachelor's and master's degrees at Stanford, Letty discovered two new single-celled organisms named Lecnophorum macfarlandi and Bouveria subcylindrical, and also documented their life cycles. She is also acknowledged as one of the first scientists involved in the discovery of B chromosomes. These are additional non-essential chromosomes which lack the ability of meiotic pairing, unlike normal chromosomes. Her most notable accomplishment, however, is her discovery of sex chromosomes. Dr. Stevens gained an interest in chromosomes at Stanford whilst working with Thomas Hunt Morgan, who would later win a Nobel Prize in physiology, and again in Italy working with Theodore Boveri, who worked with chromosomes and heredity. She had a breakthrough, however, when she was accepted as a research assistant at the Carnegie Institute, where she learned about the differences between the sets of chromosomes in male aphid germ cells. It was here she discovered that differences in chromosomes determine the sex of an offspring. She published her findings in a book called Studies in Spermatogenesis in 1905. However, she was not given the recognition she deserved for such a big breakthrough in genetics. Her former mentor publicly disputed her research, and later another scientist named Edmund Wilson published a similar book about the discovery of sex chromosomes, which overshadowed Nettie's work. In spite of this, she continued her life as a researcher and returned to Bryn Mawr to work as an associate for experimental morphology in 1905, till her death right before she was able to start her new job as a research professor. Nettie Stevens should be celebrated not only for her groundbreaking research on chromosomes, but also for her remarkable determination in pursuing her dreams. She defied societal norms by pursuing a formal education in an era when it was unusual for women to do so. In a time when women were typically limited to roles such as being a nurse, secretary, or teacher, she boldly ventured into a profession that was considered unconventional. Her life teaches us a valuable lesson to relentlessly pursue our aspirations, even when society attempts to confine us to predefined roles.